Hi there. Here's something from the Dream Team that they keep adding it in as like a postscript every time, over and over again, with this like almost annoying little kind of like, you know, when not quite a I told you so look, but a little bit of an I told you so look, and a sort of like, bless, pat on the head. And it's this thing about, as a species, we like to think that we've somehow been on this marathon race to get to where we are here now, and that every generation, every time, is better than the one before. And look what we've made, and look what we've created, and look how look what we've achieved. And I mean, let's face it, if you want to look at it like that and put it in that column, the things that we've achieved, the wheel and fire and all of these things, like leading right up to the door here now, where we are now. We've got the interweb and the smartphone, the calculator in your pocket all the time, and we think that, like, what's next, and we are so hell-bent on thinking that the next incarnation of us, our offspring, is an improvement on the last lot. But it's not the way. It's not the case, actually. And this is what they keep trying to tell me, is that we think that way back when as a species we were much more in tune with ourselves and each other and our environment, that somehow it was a real struggle to survive, and there was no joy in it, and we were constantly looking over our shoulders for those saber-toothed tigers, and our children died in the thousands and all the rest of it. And there were saber-toothed tigers. We've got the bones, we found it. Our children you did die, but not in the vast numbers that we think. So a lot of the myths that we have around our ancestors, our ancient ancestors, is just not true. And this is what they want me to explain to you, is that it was an incredibly joyous time, and it was incredibly fun-filled. And that's kind of the thing that they keep trying to explain to me, keep trying to get across to me, is that our impression of them as these struggling people who had to fight with the elements all the time, and that the world was harsh and unkind. And there was some of that going on, but they were actually much more in tune with the elements and the seasons and everything, and they navigated them, and that was like part of the game, if you like. That was part of the fun and part of the experience of their life, and it brought them great fulfillment and joy and satisfaction that we just haven't allowed for or acknowledged. And this is what they want to come across. They spent a lot of time having fun and enjoying their environment and being at one with it and connecting with it, and the only way they could survive and feed themselves and shelter and protect themselves was to be completely in tune with the environment and the seasons and what have you. And sometimes a storm would come that they didn't see coming or whatever, but they were much more in tune, and they knew much more how things were going to change, and they could prepare for it, and they were right up for it, and they knew what to do. So they were actually incredibly capable as a group, as a species in the tribe. And everybody talks about, one of our biggest fears is being chucked out of the tribe, and that is true, but it very rarely happened. They had ways of dealing with miscreants, shall we say. More on that later in another video. But they really want us to know what an incredibly fulfilling time it was, and what a great time to be alive. And that life experience was so full. So they may not have lived as long as we do now, and they may not have had washing machines, vacuum cleaners, dishwashers. They didn't need them. So they weren't encumbered by the need to work to earn money to buy them. so, and they also didn't sort of score each other on, the quality of the furs that they had. I mean, obviously, the better your furs, then you had better chance of surviving in the cold. But what I'm saying is, yeah, they had all those trials and tribulations, but they weren't as bad as we make out. And as the tribe, and being together and working together and knowing each other's strengths, both as a group and the individuals within that group, they could harness those strengths in ways that benefited everybody. So yes, some people would be great at curing hides and furs and skins and things, but it was for the good of everybody, not this is mine and I've made it and I'm having it. It's like there was more than enough to go around, and there was more than enough people to achieve what they needed to achieve. So there was actually time for fun and enjoyment and relaxation and talking around the campfire, whatever you want to say. And that's what they want to get across, is please don't think that they in any way would wish to be us. Au contraire, they actually look at us and wonder what the hell we've done. How did we get here? And well, they kind of know, and they've watched it. They've been watching for a while. Let's just put it like that. They've been watching for a lot. They've been keeping score. And this is why they come through to people like me and all the other people like me who channel this stuff. This is why they come through. They want us to recalibrate, to reassess, to rethink it all through. Where have we lost the ability to support each other? Where have we lost the ability to find the joy in our differences? And where have we lost the ability to love unconditionally? And where have we lost the ability to laugh at ourselves and make fun of ourselves? Because let's face it, it's a big part of being alive, is to accept your faults and your pitfalls and pratfalls and everything, because that's the juice. That's where you grow, and it's good to have a laugh. And if people aren't making fun of you, you don't learn how to sort of shake that off and say, actually, no, that, yeah, all right, yeah, I cocked up there, but can we all have a good laugh about it and everything? And it's about not internalizing that and taking it on board and going, oh, I'm so useless, I'm so worthless. And it's about like, oh, great, yeah, I hear you guys, great, thanks. And thanks for pointing that out. And not, taking it in so much. It's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be a prat sometimes, but the collective love of the community and the tribe or whatever helped you to examine that and helped you to grow from that. Not blaming, shaming, recriminating and everything. It was all a very like gentle and supportive, helping you get back up, knowing that you were loved, regardless, and saying, I'm gonna learn not to stick my head in the saber-toothed tiger's mouth again. I won't fall for that again. Whatever. But it was all gentle and loving and supportive, and we've got so serious. We've become so bloody serious. Sorry about the swearing. I'll bleep that out later. But you know what I'm saying? We just measure our worth as individuals too much, and I can do this and I'm good at this and I without remembering and being aware that there's no point being good at something if there's nobody else around to notice. So we need each other, and it's all right to be good at something, it's all right to be great, but if there's nobody there to tell you you're great, what's the point? What is the point? And I mean, yeah, you can say, well, I do it for me and all the rest of it. I get it. I understand. But yeah, it's about knowing and valuing not only ourselves, but everybody else around us and the part that they play in supporting us and helping us to build our worldview and our sense of self. And, at the moment, we're so busy trying to be the one and being so I've got to do this and I've got to do that and I must this and it's got to be me and I'm the only one who can do this and I'm better than everybody else and I'm, doing this and I'm going to do it all alone because I'm not going to share the glory and I'm not, da da da. It's like, hang on, brakes on. Well, wait, you can't do it as an island. You can't do it in isolation. You have to have other people around you. You have to interact with people on whatever level is good for you, whatever level is comfortable for you. But that's what it's all about. It's about remembering who we are. And we are not the car we drive. We are not the house we live in. We are not the cushions on the sofa. We are not the curtains. We're not our postcode. All of those things are great and they're lovely. And don't get me wrong, I love it. I love it. I love it. But don't think you're better than anybody else. And don't think you're worse than anybody else who's got a bigger car, bigger cushions, bigger curtains. That's not the case. We're in this together. Surprise, surprise. And together we grow, together we're stronger, together it's more joyous, together it's more supportive, together it's more loving, together it's more fun. And that's what the dream team keeps saying is, when did we forget to keep having fun and enjoy just being us and enjoy each other, So that's what they keep coming across, telling me over and over and over again. So add what I've just said onto the end of everything else that I tell you, because that's what they do to me. And don't forget to go and have fun. Don't forget to stop taking yourself so seriously. Okay, so see you soon. Bye.